Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel once again. So today's video is all about floral border. I have created multiple videos in the past. You can refer to those videos as well to learn how we can paint these floral border. And I'm using this size 5 round brush. You can use little bigger, little smaller based on your comfort. So let's start with the first one. So to create first border, I am creating the center part of the flower using black color. So I'm creating a bigger dot of black and then smaller dot around it. I'm going to create 4 flowers for the first border. This is inspired by the anemone flower, and the perspective of flowers are also different from each other. So for the normal perspective wherein I have created the center part of the flower, I am creating 5 petals combining 3 strokes together. So for the one petal you can create 2 smaller stroke left and right and one bigger stroke in the center to create one single petal, and likewise you can create 5 petals around your center part of the flower. So let's repeat the same thing for second flower as well. I have kept these 2 flowers at distance so that we can create 2 normal perspective and 2 side perspective flower. So 5 petals, 3 strokes in a one single petal. Now for the side perspective, you don't need to create the center part of the flower. You just simply create couple of petals. This is more like we are seeing the flower from the side, and that's why we are not seeing what's going on around the center part of the flower or inside the flower. So basically we are looking at the side of the flower. Now I'm also adding little bit of pink around my flower wherein the area has still wet, and then with the help of green color you can create base of the flower for the side perspective and little bit of sepals around it. These are side perspective, so you can add sepals also, and then with the help of middle string connect all these flowers together based on flower perspective. So if the flower perspective is little bit tilted towards left side, you can add string likewise. So connect all these flowers together and then you can create leaves. For this particular flower I'm adding little zigzag pattern into my one stroke technique. So I'm moving my brush in a little zigzag pattern to get little wavy pattern around my leaf, and I'm creating multiple leaves like this in a group. If you have ever seen anemone flower, this flower has leaves something like this, having deep serration in a group, little longer and wavy pattern into it. So I am adding something like that. So you can randomly add all these leaves throughout your border based on what kind of area you have available to create longer leaf and smaller leaf. So basically I have covered little smaller leaf, little longer leaf, and few groups are little bushier and few are not. So something like this you can think of. And then with the help of sap green color I'm adding one more kind of leaf. So this is 2 strokes leaf combining together creating one leaf in a little broader way. So both the green shade is little different from each other. Second one is sap green, first one is more towards deep green. So I have mixed purple and green together to create deep green, and I have created something like this. I'm quite happy with this particular structure, but you can add some extra flowers in between. So with the help of yellow color I'm adding small yellow dots. Again you can think of in which area you can add these flower based on your floral design and in which area you have space available, and accordingly you can add these small flowers. And then we cannot keep these flower hanging, so create fine stems with the help of green color. Attach all the yellow flowers together with the border itself and complete this border with the help of green and yellow color. I'm adding little bit of black to create center part. Again, I want the black color quite visible. And then with the help of dark purple color, I'm just outlining couple of petals with the help of same size brush. So this time I'm not applying any pressure, and with the help of tip of my brush I'm creating these outline with the help of dark purple color. You can do same thing with the help of pen as well if you feel this one is not comfortable for you, which I'm going to show you for other borders in the last. So we are done with the first border, quite simple and easy to paint. You just need little practice. Now in the second one I'm creating blue flowers, and for this particular flower I'm creating one fine line and then little thicker line to create one single petal. So you can make multiple petals in a round shape, keeping one fine negative space in between to create center part of the flower. Now let's create couple of more flowers. So as I said, few fine lines and few thicker lines to create petals, and these are very simple to paint. So to create fine line you don't need to apply any pressure, and to create little thicker line you can apply little pressure using tip of your brush, and something like this you can paint. So likewise you can create many flower, as many as you want, and then you can create center part of the flower. Again for the center part of the flower I am using black color to create dots and smaller dots around it. This is the simplest way to paint the center part. Now with the help of green color you can attach all the flowers together. Now think about creating little different kind of leaf this time. So I'm creating substring having 3 small leaves in it, combining together to create one single leaf. One single leaf having 3 smaller leaves. I'm applying little pressure to create these small leaves. These are pointed leaves, so you can remove your brush slowly while creating these leaves and repeat the similar kind of stuff throughout. So this is the first way. Now in the second type of leaf I am creating little longer and one smaller leaf, combining together to create one single leaf. So this one is deep serrated leaf. So I have combined 2 strokes together, one little longer, one little smaller, and I'm also adding one more type of leaf using phthalo green color. This is on a teardrop kind of shape. So I'm moving my brush towards upward direction and coming back to the center again to create something like this. So basically you need to fill the border area throughout with different shades of green to create different kind of leaf. And to create different kind of leaf you just need to think around how much pressure you need and in which direction you need to move your brush, and likewise you can paint different varieties of leaves for your border. Now we are done with the second border as well. Now let's move to the third one. So third one is inspired by iris flower. So I'm creating 2 bigger leaf at the base with the help of violet color. I'm adding little bit of pink around it, and then create couple of more petals towards upward direction. These are having random pattern, smaller in size. So basically you need to create 2 bigger petal at the base and few smaller around the top area. You can mix little bit of pink with violet color and create something like this. So you need to repeat the similar kind of stuff throughout. I am using this violet and pink color to create this particular flower. Very simple to paint. You can paint all these flower on loose side as well, because we can fix it using one simple step at the end. So something like this I have created 4 flowers. Now with the help of yellow color I am going through the center part of the flower to create center part. So something like this I have done. And then basically we need to repeat the same thing what we have done for the first two border. So basically with the help of green color I am using little dark shade of green, so I have mixed purple and blue together to create something like this. And you can create little longer leaf for this particular one, as iris flower has longer leaves like this, so I'm using little longer leaf for this particular border also. Again, you can keep the direction of these leaves as per your need. You can change the perspective of leaves altogether. You can move your brush accordingly, and you can apply pressure into your brush as per your need. So you need to drag your brush little longer to create longer leaves like this, and I'm using sap green color. Now I need little different kind of leaf as well, so I'm adding one more kind of leaf for this particular border. So in this one I'm combining multiple small strokes together to create one bigger leaf having serration in it. Because I'm adding multiple strokes together, that's why I'm getting little serration around the edge. So if you want to create bigger leaf with the help of a smaller brush, you need to combine multiple strokes together to create something like this. And these two kind of leaf is, I think, pretty enough for this particular border. So I think I'm almost done with the third border as well. Pretty simple to paint, yet very beautiful. Now let's move to the last one. This one is very simple. So you need to create a rose kind of shape, and this one is the simplest way to paint a rose. So with the help of red color I am creating circular kind of structure. You can say it C kind of shape throughout in a circle to create something like this. You will end up getting negative space in between, which is totally fine. We needed those negative space, so keep it as is. Now with the help of same red color I'm creating couple of more petals which is more towards outside. So this is more like few petals are closed and few petals are opened up towards outward. And to create these petals I'm doing nothing, I'm dragging my brush a little bit to create something like this. So you can choose the direction of these outgrowing petals as per your need, and you will get something like this at the end. You can use yellow color in between these red flower, and then with the help of green color combine all these flowers together. Now as this is rose flower, so I am creating a rose kind of leaf. So I am creating bigger leaves, 3 leaves, and having a little bit of serration in it. If you find adding serration is difficult, keep it smooth, but try creating something like this. So basically main string have substring, and substring has 3 leaves, little bigger in size. Now repeat the same thing throughout the border wherever you want to add these kind of leaves. So I'm adding this much for now. I like to combine blue color with red color, so I'm adding one more kind of flower for this particular border. So I'm adding blue flowers having small petals in it, something like this. So I have created small flowers. These are side flowers, so we don't need to concentrate on center part of the flower, something like that. And then because these flowers are side flower, you can create base of flower. you can create sepals, and then you can attach all these flowers together with the help of green structure with the main border. So we don't want to keep any flower hanging, so try creating all these small fine green structure in between. Combine all these together and see how beautiful these border are looking. Now at the end, with the help of ball pen or needle pen, you can outline couple of flowers wherein you feel little outline is needed. So just adding outline for the petal area for couple of flowers to make petals more visible. So if you feel your flower needed these kind of detailing, you can use ball pen to do all these things, or else you can do the same thing with darker shade with the help of watercolor itself, like we did in the first border. Although this last step is totally optional, if you like to do these things, do it, otherwise simply skip this. And we are done with today's video. Hope you have liked it and hope this video is helpful for you guys. Please do let me know if you have any feedback for me, and thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.